Hi, my name is Mamta and you are watching Mamta Inspire. So let's just start my English learning story from school time. I always got hand to mouth marks there. 18 out of 50 or even 16 to 17. So my teachers sometimes they showed some kind of mercy on me and pulled myself together and made me to have at least passing marks. One side my dreams always told me that you have to learn English, Mamta, and me I was like, no, there's no chance for learning English. I cannot, or I have plenty of time. I was basically turning a blind eye to what I truly needed to do. In the market, English is like non negotiable. You cannot negotiate with this skill. In each field, English is like no brainer. English बोलना आना है चाहिए तो आना ही चाहिए. There is no alternative for it. At first, they can compromise with your harder skills, but they cannot compromise with your communication skills and English fluency. Additionally, I believe that someone who gets good marks in English exams, not necessary that they can speak English. So I told myself, no worries, Mamta, after 12th we will see whatever will happen. So basically, I was leaving everything to take its own course of action instead of doing something about it. That is another ball game that after 12th I couldn't see whatever happened. हु और हाउ के बीच का डिफरेंस भी नहीं पता चल रहा था मुझे. आई एम ममता, आई एम फ्रॉम राजस्थान. इसके आगे मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस करना भी नहीं आ रहा था खुद को. डेली रूटीन भी नहीं बताने आ रहा था. और फिर भी मेरे सर के ऊपर ना इंग्लिश बोलने का भूत सवार था. Just like every student dreams of speaking English fluently, I had the same dream to speak English effortlessly. So I started learning English with great enthusiasm, but after some time I was like, अब क्या ही मैं इंग्लिश सीखूंगी, मुझसे नहीं हो पा रहा है. माई मोटिवेशन जस्ट वेनिस्ड आउट ऑफ द ब्लू and I couldn't wrap my head around it that why I had given up so quickly. Whenever I used to watch any other YouTuber speaking fluent English, I used to imagine myself there speaking flawless English. And you know what? Those videos were so motivating for me that even though I couldn't speak a single word in English, but still I had the confidence to learn it. I was like, come rain or shine, I will learn it definitely. Nobody can stop me. So, how I started learning English? Let me tell you. I started from making notes for English. I mean, thousands of Hindi to English sentences I have written, you believe it or not, but I am speaking the truth. More than 20 notebooks I have completed in writing just English. Every day I used to watch English series, movies, motivational videos, grammar videos. I mean, more than half of the content on English I have watched on YouTube. And after this, I started buying books. Not one by one, bundle of books. I started buying bunch of 10 books, bunch of 15 books, bunch of 5 books. And that's where I got interested in reading English. Well, that is the another ball game. We will talk about it in another video. So did you notice what all I was doing? I was giving only input. I knew deep down that English is for speaking. All these reading, writing, listening fundamentals work up to some extent. Fluency comes when you start giving output, when you start speaking. But I was not at all doing this. I was way too happy and comfortable in my comfort zone. And my comfort zone was holding the phone in my hands, playing English videos. And honestly, that comfort zone had totally taken over my mind. My routine was simple: holding the phone in my hands, playing English videos, and just wagging out, sitting in a corner or lying down on bed, doing nothing except consuming content. I was literally turning a blind eye to the fact that I wasn't actually speaking. So, if I give you the rough idea that how much time I did that, I had been doing it for 2 years around. And now, the main part of the video starts here. One fine day, what happened at my home? Some guests, they came at my home and they were offering some rista for the marriage for my elder sister and for me. And at my home, they exaggerated all the things from the boy side family and they painted such a perfect, beautiful picture that my parents were almost spellbound and genuinely impressed. They asked both of us, me and my sister, to think about the marriage proposal. My sister is, well educated, already working, and honestly, the rista seemed compatible with her future. So she agreed without much hesitation. But I didn't. Something inside me felt uneasy and I just couldn't say yes. I was like, oh my god, I cannot handle the pressure of marriage. I mean, so many responsibilities. I feel that I'm just a kid. Yes, 22 years of kid I am. My heart literally sank at the thought of settling down so soon. And the moment I said no to my parents and no to those gets, I said, I don't want to get married right now. My parents hit me with classical line, you're not doing anything anyway, so why not to get married? No, their perception was simple. If I wasn't working, studying, or doing something decent, productive, then marriage was the only logical next step. And honestly, that frustrated me a lot. And I was like, wait a minute. Who said I'm not doing anything and I don't have any dreams? And that was the fine day. That was the time I pulled my socks. I understood that day English is the only main hurdle which is stopping me to achieve my dreams. Either I speak it or go for marriage. That was the only choice I had. So, most likely a wise decision, I chose English, not the marriage. I created a YouTube channel. I started posting videos daily. I bought a subscription on CV Speakify application and I maintained the consistency for 6 months. I was not regular on YouTube, I know, but I was regular on speaking English. I had no idea that what I was doing, but that decision changed the whole game for me. Let me tell you my truth, how I work. Honestly, when I see even a small freckle of reward or progress, I feel extremely motivated and I feel like working it. But when there is nothing to show for it, my motivation comes fleeting and I don't feel like doing it at all. On YouTube and CV application, what was happening there? It was helping me to getting the reward every day, like subscribers, viewers, likes, and I was maintaining the string of 6 months on CV Speakify. That is not a small thing. So that was the great reward for me. But things were not the same when I was learning alone at home. Nobody was watching my efforts, and honestly nobody even perceived the importance of English. At home nobody knew that why English is important and why am I learning this. So all my hard work just went unnoticed. And that is the thing which made my whole progress even harder. I'm very blunt about it. I come from a place where people are literally petrified of speaking English. My mother tongue is Marwadi. My second language is Hindi. Third language is Gujarati, and English is actually my fourth language. Even I was in private school, paying the high fees. None of our teachers used to communicate in English, neither they completed their syllabus in English. At home, I used to feel like a complete zero. In that circle, no support, no guidance, nothing. So I stepped out of that environment and I built my own circle from scratch. And now that circle is on its own way to becoming 10k community, 10k subscribers. That's what it means to beat the odds. This feeling is amazing. I speak English, I help people, I provide classes, I communicate with strangers, like I finally have the ground beneath my feet. So what I exactly want to say in the conclusion, डर होना जरूरी है. मेरे अंदर वो मैरिज का डर था और अभी भी है. That fear is important. कि ये होने से पहले मुझे ये करना है. That fear is important. ये नहीं तो क्या, इंग्लिश नहीं तो क्या होगा, ये सोचना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जस्ट इमेजिन योर लाइफ इफ़ यू टुडे डोंट लर्न इंग्लिश आफ्टर 5 years, वेयर डू यू सी योर सेल्फ. बस ये इमेजिन कर लो. ये जो सारा डर है ना इंग्लिश को सीखने का, सब निकल जाएगा. बिकॉज सपने टूटने से बड़ा कोई डर हो ही नहीं सकता. उससे ज़्यादा स्कैरी चीज़ कोई है ही नहीं. और मेरे अंदर यही डर था क्योंकि मेरे बहुत सारे सपने हैं. आई डोंट वांट टू लिव लाइक ऑर्डिनरी लाइफ. आई इमेजिन माई सेल्फ विदाउट इंग्लिश एंड इन द एज ऑफ 22 I found myself a homemaker with 2 kids and tackling the 2 families. I'm not saying this is not good. This is beautiful. हर लड़की का यही सपना होता है कि वो भी एक दिन अपना घर बसाए, शादी करे, बच्चे हो, सबका ध्यान रखे. Yeah, I also feel that. Even I also want that. But before that, I want to become independent. And that independency came for me from English. So the sense of urgency is important. Now you decide why you want to learn English, or English nahi to kya.